in a hot summer, so.
Will they be going to Montgomery like they did last
They'll,
year?
they'll leave here and go to Montgomery, but Montgomery's changing their venue this year. They're not going to be on the river, they're gonna be under the train shed. All their activities will be under the train shed, so. The Alabama Sports Commission came up and met with us when we met, and it'll be jointly promoted between Wetumpka and Montgomery. The event will be jointly promoted. So, a lot of good things, looking forward to having those guys back in here. Okay. Boards and committees? Yes, sir?
Mayor,
Yes, sir.
I was discussing something else on unfinished business, so we'll go back to that on the item, number 3 on the unfinished business. We need to put direction on the wording on the contract. We need to add his or her in the contract. We have her on the contract here. So if we want to come up with, make sure.
Email.
Okay.
Okay, boards and committees? Chamber of Commerce report.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. We have 2 remaining brown bag concerts, so we invite you to come on Fridays at 12 noon in Gold Star Park. Beginning the first Saturday in June, which will be on the 4th, we will have our this year's series of Heritage Walking Tours. They will be at 10 o'clock on each Saturday during the month of June, and we will assemble at the Chamber of Commerce office, and we'll end there also for refreshments. We will have interesting tours with tour guides again this year, as we always have, and these are free to the public, so we hope that you'll come and join us on any or all of those Saturdays. Sunday, June the 5th, from 1:30 until 4 in the Wetumpka Civic Center, the Chamber will host its annual Business Expo. And we will have basically the same format that we have had in the past with our business vendors. We can accommodate around 50 vendors, so we hope that the businesses will get their applications in early and be there on that day with us. There will be door prizes and cash prizes and entertainment for the children and that sort of thing. So we're expecting another successful business expo. Thank you.
Thank you. Before we get into public comment, there's one other thing. Last week, I had talked with Councilman Hammock about a situation in his district on Country Club Drive. Mr. and Ms. Maynard had bought a piece of property out there, and they're about to get into the new home out there, and there's a street light put in, a lamp post put in, and it's in an area that they would like to have it replaced or moved.
I want it out of the way of my driveway.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Just
So-
remove the time.
Yes, sir. So the people, I went out and talked with the people across the street and the people next to it. And the little lady next to it agreed that she would have no problem, even though it is a right-of-way now, of shifting it back across her property line to the edge of her property line and it being reinstalled. I also went to the power company to see who had authority over the light. The power company maintains the light. They would go out, relocate the wire back across the property line, pull it up out of the ground, and then that charge would be $600 to do that. And then an electrician or someone would have to relocate the post, pull another footing for the post, and then the power company connect it up. That would be about a $300 charge. But I asked Councilman Hammock, since it was in his district, for his recommendation as to how to handle this. So his recommendation, and it's something that I can sign off on because it's without amount, is the city absorbing cost in moving this light. So we can direct the power company. I think the neighbors across the street that like the light didn't want to be without a light, and then the lady next door didn't want to be without a light. So now they get to have their light, but it gets to be moved where you can put your drive in. And your contractor came and talked with me today, and I believe that drive is gonna come in and go completely around your house and come back out on the other side. So I hope you enjoy many happy years of living out there, and we can get this taken care of.
So the lights don't go across the street.
No, sir, it'll shift back over the property line toward Ms. Lovin's property, on her side of the property line.
It's about 12 foot from the line.
Yes, it's about 12 foot from the line now, so it will be relocated about 12 foot.
And Jerry, I'm gonna say something to you. Right here from all these people. You're tired of me, because you know what kind of temper I got, and you know you can fix and get your front end.
No, I'm not tired of you. I told you when I came out there and we fixed your, the stormwater, Terry. That's where we did the,
Terry, that, pipe's full of red dirt.
It's not completely full, I looked at it today.
but we fixed it, and I told her she was gonna love me before we got all this done in here.
There ain't no way. You forget that.
All right. Thank you, and James, we appreciate it, and we appreciate y'all,
Yeah, we gotta, you know, one time we got a list of rules that we're supposed to go by here on that lot. They was given to me, you know, when I bought the property,
yes, sir.
and I was tell for everybody around there. You know what I mean?
Okay, you're given a list of rules that you have to go by.
And the owner of the property is supposed to have a right to say what goes in front of his house or her house.
Even though it's on the right of way.
Yes, the city owns the right of way. But this number 5 said easements to each individual lot for the installation and maintenance of utilities and drainage facilities are reserved on the rear of the lot, plus an additional 10 feet strip 5 feet wide on each side of the lot line. The granting of the easement or right of access shall not prevent the use of the area by the owner for any permitted purpose except for buildings. A right of pedestrian access by way of a driveway or open lawn area shall also be granted on each lot.
Yes, sir.
And we've had to go to a lot of trouble to get this thing moving, but we would give them this.
Mayor, the issue is resolved tonight. The driveway will be how you want it. Your neighbors will be content with their life, so everybody's happy.
And Jerry will be happy, he's rid of me for a little while.
Oh, you'll be back. You'll be back. I look forward to meeting with you again. Okay, motion to adjourn?
No, I have
Public comment. I'm sorry.
public comment.
Come on up here where we can hear you.
I want to ask the city council, please, to consider pedestrian safety. There are two specific areas that I have in mind. One of them falls in Ms. Holt's district where I own property, and the other ones fall in Mr. Carter's district where I also own property. The one that I am most concerned about is at the intersection of Alabama Street and Tuskegee Street.
Alabama, Tuskegee.
In Tuskegee. My house sits on the southwest corner of that intersection. Recently, the Methodist Church has fenced in a lot on the northeast corner and is using it as a playground. I think this is wonderful. I love having children play in the neighborhood. It's outstanding. I love it. But this means that there are children crossing the streets. And right now, we have stop signs on Alabama Street, but traffic really speeds on Tuskegee Street, particularly traffic coming from North Bridge going west. They come up over that little hill and zoom across that intersection, and I am really concerned about safety for children there. There is, I know that under the Code of Alabama, that in residential districts, the speed limit is supposed to be 25 miles an hour. And, you know, there are an awful lot of people who are not doing that. And one of the prime